to reconsider that as they go with Rico with the final pick, and I think it's a pretty valuable one for your last pick. Rico does really well in the lane here on this map. Doesn't do the best in the throwers like Tick, but I think overall this is a map that really suits him. And now we're going to see things kicking off here. Angelboy, a recent addition to the NAVI roster, going to be playing for this side here on the roughs, going with Tick and Pam as well, and SK swooping in now, trying to do their best to pin NAVI in the corner here. Angelboy going to be weak, dropping a few sandbags here to try and stay up. And those are going to get shredded pretty quickly here. Now a tough situation is on the Fang Super going forward, and Symantec. The clean sweep. Very good start here. SK with round number 1.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, if Symantec can get his super before anyone from NAVI does, especially Cube with the healing station, this is going to be a slaughterhouse, and we have a lot of meat available now as NAVI all ended up going down there. Clean start from SK, and I love that initial aggression, just knowing that he can't feed the Pam healing station, because otherwise he's going to struggle a lot more to, go for some aggressive plays. He just went in, man, and definitely paid off. Let's see how the second round is going to be addressed, as at least NAVI should be a tiny little bit closer towards some supers, but just so little to work with so far.
Yeah, and just a perfectly executed round from SK. From top to bottom, I feel like they really had control most of the time. They pushed NAVI back. They were careful about feeding those supers. It paid off, but now the storm closing in, things get a little more interesting. iKaoss going to be using a super there. Connection on the Tick, and then Symantec takedowns coming in too. And SK cleaning things up in the final moments of that round. Game number 1 going towards SK.
Man, I feel like Symantec's bedtime call is really close, and he just wants to be done soon enough so he can get a good night of sleep, as that was an express game of knockout. Let's see if NAVI can execute things a little bit more clean in this follow-up game. Symantec gonna be very low HP but still alive, and Angelboy did not go for the pinch onto Symantec, so they will find a kill. It's gonna be a 2-on-2, but in this situation, I mean, it's still going to be very much around for SK Gaming.
Yeah, Cubic with 513 HP. The 2v1 situation, the poison finally seeping through. This round's going to go towards SK once again. And NAVI still looking to take their first round here. They finally got a couple kills on the board. Do elect to go ahead and break open that wall there. Interesting choice. It does provide Pam a little more space to work with, but in terms of Tick, he is going to kind of have to hug either these bushes or the more left or direct right-hand side. The mid's not going to favor him as much, so now it's a little more wide open.
Cube has a healing station available as well, and the Tick head also being kept in case there's a bit of Fang aggression coming through, and Symantec is seeing the low HP players, trying to punish them for sticking together, but will get shut down, giving the man advantage. Not for very long though, as iKaoss makes it a quick double. It's just Alekzz left alive, not for long either, and this is one of the quickest knockout sets I've seen in a while. Not that knockout's been out for that long, but for NAVI, that is probably going to be their mid, as it seems the most likely mid pick out of the trio, although it could still do all right on lane 2. But overall, I'm really interested in seeing how SK are going to be bringing those double station, damage station and the healing station into a play, as early on it works really well, and they're sticking together quite a bit, which I think is pretty much the approach to go for, as Guille, once he gets his damage booster, is just gonna have the easiest way out of mid you can have in the game right now.
Yeah, and Alekzz hasn't been able to advance really at all so far, as Rico has kept him at bay for now. Cubic with a good takedown here onto Symantec, though. Should leave the door open a little bit to taking some of the mines that are spawning in the middle here. A few gyms going their way, and Symantec going to be advancing forward. Good takedown onto Angelboy. Good recovery there. Ego being planted in the mid here. Not doing too much work, but does provide an opportunity for Cubic to back away. And now it's going to be 5-4. SK with a slight lead as Alekzz is starting to get to work.
Yeah, so far, a very even start gem-wise, but a little bit more positioning still in favor of NAVI. They have a Roughs buff available on the right-hand side as well. Cube already buffed up. There's an Ego available too. Angelboy low HP, does not quite end up going down. We see the cheat cartridge being pulled in by SK as they were able to regress a little bit more and get a couple of gems from the enemy side of the map and secure a nice 3-gem lead. It's back to 2, but I think SK can just about get a countdown that Navi can't interrupt. If they were to pick up every single gem, Cube will put a change to that as he picks up gem number 7.
Yeah, I think snagging that gym number 7 too is big because it was one of the ones that spawned on the side of SK. They now tie things up here. It's going to be 8-8 overall and a little bit more of a favorable positioning. As Cubic now falls, though, the iKaoss connection coming through. Angelboy going to rush to pick these up. 9 gyms to their name. Symantec, though, and GuilleVGX get the takedown there. And now all the gyms on the side of SK. A weak Alek on this right-hand side gets taken down immediately by Rico. And things immediately getting shut down. Now SK very comfortably going to take game number 1.
Yeah, a strong showing here from SK Gaming. Definitely a better performance from NAVI, as it at least felt like they stood a chance here compared to the previous set, but still not quite good enough, because looking like you stand a chance is not the performance you need to beat SK Gaming, because SK are just that good. It's kind of the same exact conversation we had last year, except it's this year too, with sure a pretty different roster across the board besides Symantec, but man, SK is looking impressive so far, and Navi struggling to find a solution, especially to that iKaoss on Rico, man. Absolutely ridiculous how good he is. Just look at this. Just look at this, man.
Yeah, he's putting in work. I mean, even early on, too, Alek really couldn't do anything until he charged the super, and it took him a while to get there, and Symantec getting a nice takedown there, and Angelboy and Cubic are just left in their spawn. Where can they really go? They finally take down iKaoss, and it opens up his left-hand side a little bit, but now they have to worry about a booster on the side of 8-bit here. Super coming in for Symantec. He's just getting pesky on his right-hand side, still staying up. The healing station finally falling there, but still the damage has been done. The lead very high for SK, as now Navi's really going to have to either take down 8-bit here or just reclaim the mid ground to the point where SK just can't push forward.
I mean, iKaoss, just look at that. Just going for a fake bait shot and then the follow-up super that connects. Great work overall. Impressive plays from him, which we expect at this point from him on the Rico. But still, Rico is one of those brawlers that even if you know someone is insanely good with it, you're still going to be impressed by every single play, because he's that good. He's really just that good. Navi have managed to take back some control, but the problem is with gem lead like this, eventually there's going to be a gem spawning close enough to SK's side, and eventually that's going to be a countdown as GuilleVGX can just TP back. Cube doing a great job here at getting those beams in the mid area. Will lose his ego now. Gem spawns on top, but Alekzz is able to cover that, and Navi have managed to come back in to this game, as it's 9 gems each. Let's see who is going to be able to secure the first countdown. It will be SK. However, it can be interrupted if Navi are able to pick up the follow-up gem.
Yeah, the aggression from SK, though, is going to make it tough. They do manage to get the teleport coming through for GuilleVGX as well. He's not willing to risk giving up those gems for now. And a countdown starting for Cubic as well. This gym should spawn, though, giving SK an opportunity to take it. It's a little bit of a tougher one to take. They do get the teleport play off, though. And once again, it's going to be a contestation for this mid-ground to see who can take the gym advantage.
Yeah, this is going to be close. Both gems really next to each other as well. And it is going to be picked up by Navi. SK can still stomp it, but then he needs the next 2 gems to be picked up by them. And it's going to be Navi to find number 14. Now SK need a kill on Alekzz or Q, but that's just not going to happen with this much distance between both teams. And Navi will make it a game at last. Seems like they've woken up. Let's see if they can stay awake. That was good, man. I'm keeping that for the next monthly finals.
Yeah, you remember that one. That was a good line. I might steal that if you're not doing a broadcast with me.
Write it down on my hand, not shower for a week. That's the go-to caster strats.
That's right. Don't touch grass and just cast. That's what we do.
All right. Well, here we go. Tied up in gem grab. SK do have a set advantage. But so far, gem-wise, NAVI and SK very much tied up. Let's see who can find an opening first. And it seems like NAVI, they don't want to really give too much space away to iKaoss. Don't really want to fight him and risk losing a player and having him in that tricky right lane position. If he gets closed up, it's a really strong aggressive angle to hold as a Rico. But so far, both teams just playing it one gem at a time. They each have their mid time, you know, and Cube will try to change that around. Does find the next gem, but will take a lot of damage in the process, forced back as SK are able to take mid control and tie things up.
iKaoss is putting in a lot of work, finally shut down by Angelboy. This should allow NAVI a little more space to work with. They're going to go for a wall break as well. Cubic should be able to pick this up, and now he's powered up until he goes down. Symantec doing his best to hold on to this left-hand lane, but Alek just getting some good dodges here and there, some tags, a little back and forth, and iKaoss now has charged his super as well. No real connection there, though. Cubic going to be in a troublesome situation. Going to be forced away, and Alek going to work. Chaos falls there, and it's 7-7 overall. Again, a very back and forth game so far. The connection from Angelboy onto Symantec too, and now a slight gym lead to the side of NAVI, who are now in control of the mid.
Yeah, dangerous position here. Gem is dropped down. iKaoss picks it up, and that at least keeps SK very competitive in this one, as the countdown will be avoided as well. Guille could be picking up gem number 9, not going to overextend. Will drop a gem on the right-hand side. Guille picks it up, is going to be forced to TP back to safety. It's a countdown, but a weak one. Easily interruptible by NAVI that have such a strong mid-presence overall, and if they can keep it, they might just get a countdown going their way. The gem spawns in, will secure countdown. The gem carrier for SK does end up falling, and the follow-up gem picked up by NAVI. iKaoss needed to come up with an insane play here to turn things around, but I think time has run out, and NAVI will make it set in the end.
Yeah, what a turnaround for them, especially after one of the slower starts.
Slightly in favor of SK, just because I feel like Ruffs might be a little underwhelming in this comp, but we'll see how Angelboy decides to play that out. Slow is going to be placed down, and Alekzz tries to follow up, but pretty much just dies, and that's a really strong start from SK.
Yeah, again, with the Ashe in the mix, I think this is a really strong tank to choose, and Rosa is as well. You know, the stun coming through there can be really, really good, but as much rage as Ashe builds, you know, more damage comes through. It gets tougher and tougher to take him down, as now SK is fully aggressing. Opportunity for a goal here as Cubic falls, and now an early goal for SK. They will have a lead going into game number 1 of set 3.
Yeah, map opened up a little bit more. Will make it a little harder for Symantec to get the positioning right, but he's sitting on the right side this time around, and that's not going to apply to him too much just yet. Should be going down there to Alekzz, but Alekzz is low HP, and that's the thing with Eve as well, is it just deals so much damage, man. Going to do such a good job at assisting his team and taking down the Rosa, and if anyone else is going to peek a shot or two, and they're either going to be low HP or dead if Guille can connect his shots. And the hitbox on Eve's shots is kind of ridiculous as well. Everything about Eve is somewhat ridiculous, and this is going to be a nice double kill for SK to assert some solid mid control for the time being. And considering they have the goal advantage as well, this is going to be an uphill battle for NAVI.
Yeah, and they've only got a minute left to do it. Symantec still holding down this left-hand side after a respawn super coming through, and Angelboy did break open the map a little bit, which will make things a little more difficult for Ashe, but there's also Rosa to think about too. You know, it doesn't make it any easier for Alek to play that side, and iKaoss appropriately trying to lane against the Rosa. It's going to be a tough time for Alek to advance forward, especially with the lack of gadgets. Symantec holding on as well, does make the connection from Angelboy though. Good takedown there. This could be the opportunity that NAVI is looking for. A crow jump as well. Cubic trying to go for it, and Guille going to be weak, but will remain alive. 60 HP, and Angelboy forced away. Now only 20 seconds left. They're going to need a miracle here from NAVI to try and get to this right-hand side.
Alekzz is going to be doomed in that position. Cube hoping to maybe get a super or something, but I think this... Oh, okay, for a second I thought he might have a shot there, but I think this is a bit of a misdraft, honestly, from Navi. I feel like they had to go Gale. I mean, when I saw that draft, I thought go Gale, and Rosa into Gale is weird because I would. Sorry, Rosa into Ashe is weird because I would pick Ashe into Rosa. So I'm not sure exactly what the mindset was here, but the first game is going to SK. Maybe Navi can prove me wrong and show me why that Rosa pick is good here.
Yeah, the stuns can provide a lot of value, but they've got Ashe and Eve on the same side, and they have no real counter for Ashe. You know, the stun coming through here, but as the Rage charges up, he also has a gadget to give him some more HP. Alek does have the super, though, making it count there, but again, Ashe didn't even get taken down, and Alek actually falls. No opportunity here for a goal, as I'm sure the side of Navi was looking for. Symantec with a pass back as well. He's just looking to get aggressive here. His main role is just trying to get as much damage as possible. Angelboy going to be weak here, fortunately dodging the chaos shots, but this will be another really good opportunity. Angelboy finally falls, and Guille with an early goal once again. We're seeing a mirror of how this last one played out as well. Advantage SK.
Yeah, this is just such a good draft from SK, and I still think Navi kind of oopsied by going for the Rosa here. So far has found close to zero value across the board, and Symantec has been free to roam around the map and kind of do whatever. I think Ruffs also is just... I don't really get it, man. I don't really see I feel like it was too risky to go from this map, and definitely hasn't paid off so far. So although I think Ashe is a good brawler, I do think he's very much counterable, but Navi just didn't really pick anything good into it, or it felt like they didn't even consider that SK could bring it in. And they have in the past, that's the thing. SK brought it in the past, multiple times this month. So, I don't know, man. This feels like a bit of a throw just in regard of the draft here from Navi, and they kind of started the draft by shooting themselves in the foot, and as far as I know, that's not how you want to start your draft.
I think that's a fair critique too, just in terms of, I guess, a scouting report. You know, this is the one EMEA roster that I was expecting that could pick Ashe on this map. You know, it's something that Symantec has played multiple times. I've seen it in scrims for sure. We've seen them play it in actual matches too. So to me, I kind of agree with you. I think Gale would have been a really worthwhile thing to pursue here, as that final pick would have addressed the Ashe really well. Great defensive brawler. This is one of his better maps. But they just seemed confident, you know, in the past. That's kind of an approach that Navi's taken too, is going for the tankier options. It was one of their big key strategies of last year, so that could have just been a comfort brawler for them too.
I honestly agree. I feel like, you know, going into a Piper and Sprout, I would have loved to see either the Byron Ashe or just a Byron Mortis as well, straight up on the side of SK. Feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity, and giving a really solid pick of Mortis to Navi, which we know what they can do with that brawler as well. So I don't know. I feel like they kind of missed an opportunity there for SK Gaming. Blue Star will be picked up by Navi, which is pretty much obvious, as they have a Mortis, which is going to be the fastest, or one of the fastest brawlers in the game to go reach that Blue Star.
Yeah, in this region, the first thing I don't think of is Ashe. You know, in NA, that is definitely one that would have been considered here. A very timely heal there also coming in for Symantec to keep them alive. The mid being blown wide open as well, and Angelboy going to work here on the top left. Blue Star going his way, some takedowns. Angelboy does fall now, and all that hard work going to go right back to SK. We're still in a defensive position. And I think that's fair. I think on SK side, they really should have considered that now all three of their brawlers do not fare well against Mortis. And sometimes this is what you have to be thinking. Even though Mr. P is a solid option here, you know, does counter Piper, has its value, but it does have a huge, you know, gap in your comp. They now can all be addressed by Mortis. So I think the Ashe is definitely a good thought there, just to make sure that, you know, at least all three of their brawlers can't be hard countered by somebody like Mortis.
Yeah, it's definitely odd, especially against Navi, that I've always been happy to bring in a Mortis. For the entire 2021 season, they would, sometimes even when they shouldn't. But here, it's kind of just handed to them on a silver platter. Blue Star giving still the lead to SK as we head towards the final 15 seconds. Navi gonna have to go for a push. Byron getting tagged by that homemade recipe. Take-Hat plays down, will be diffused, maybe a bit too early. A little premature, as the kill does come true, traded out, and Blue Star narrowly gives the win to SK Gaming and a match point as well. But that was dangerously close.
Yeah, and that's the risky run when you're down that much. You gotta get Mortis in there, and he has to get as aggressive as it gets. You know, he's going right into the faces of the SK side, and all they had to do is get that very last second takedown. It was super, super close, but that is a risky run with such an aggressive brawler overall. Early takedown for Cubic, though, gonna give them a nice 3-0 lead. Blue Star again on their side. It is on Angelboy, though, who is their most aggressive brawler. Ideally, it would be with somebody like Piper or Sprout here, but they'll make it work. 3-0 lead so far, and positioning towards SK for now is going to force Navi back just a little bit here.
All right, SK are going to be on the hunt this time around. So far, no big opportunities just yet. Once in a while, a couple of tags getting those supers closer to being unlocked, but not quite there. Just yet, no. Guille is starting to cover a little bit more ground, trying to stay as far away as he can from the Mortis. Homemade recipe does connect. Guille will get tapped. Alekzz was hoping to get a sneaky follow-up shot to take him down, but that's just not quite gonna be the case. And Cube is hitting his shots. Let's see if he can keep it up like that. As Symantec does not quite manage to hit the follow-up shot. Will leave Cube alive for the time being, but SK are slowly starting to get closer and lock Navi into their spawn. They do have to be very careful for a Mortis counterattack.
Yeah, at any given moment, it could get scary here. Gadget being popped, though, and Alec now pinned, his own wall blocking him off there. Still a 5-3 lead for the side of Navi. But yeah, even if they get super aggressive, Angelboy is always something they have in their back pocket. A nice little dodge there as well. However, SK could have an opportunity here for a very timely push forward if they can get some last-second kills here and walk away with it. 10 seconds remaining. Symantec does have a super. Guille with the super, and they're trying to do what they can to push forward. A Sprout wall coming forward, and somehow that connects, though. Very unfortunate missed shots, and it just gave a gateway for SK to take home this match. They missed the tick head shots, and it did the job.